Hey everybody, it's Wild Bill, your Chicago rideshare guy. I had an interesting night tonight. I'll tell you about this. My little gift from one of my passengers. So, start out the night, one of my early rides, I had 3 guys from Saudi Arabia and a girl that said she was Polish. And stereotypically, maybe, my experience with Middle Eastern men is that they are, I guess you would say, very domineering with their women, at least outwardly, in the way they treat them. So this was a very strange group. One of the guys sat up front next to me, and the gal was behind him. Well, he kept talking shit about stuff, and she would just kind of smack him on the head, and he was getting upset. This is no way for women to treat me. You must stop this. And it was funny seeing how flustered he was that this Polish American woman was treating him so badly in his mind, and his companions were just busting his balls on other stuff as well, and it was a funny ride with that group. So I had another set of guys. They got in. The first guy, he gets in on the driver's side, and he has difficulty getting in, which immediately I'm like, oh, he's plastered. This could be an interesting evening. Well, the dude looks like Galafanakis from the Hangover movies. I mean, he almost a dead ringer for him. And he gets in, and we start driving, and his companion's like, well, tell me about your wildest story tonight. I'm like, well, it was pretty lame so far. Nothing going on, but it's an early night. I get crazy trips all the time. So we haven't gone but 3 blocks, and the other dude is out. I mean, just totally gone. So I asked the first passenger, just to make sure, who's getting dropped off first? And he's like, it's him. I'm going to make sure he's taken care of first. I'm like, oh, good, because I get a lot of guys who are a terrible wingman, and they dump off their buddies, or some girl will dump off this dude randomly and stick him in my van, and I got to get him home. He said, no, I'm kind of like the designated guy in my group. I always make sure everybody's taken care of. So we get to the destination for the first guy, and we kind of have to walk him out and get him to his doorway, and his buddy's like, all right, just go inside, you'll be okay. He had texted or called his wife. I don't know, sure, she was expecting him, knowing sort of his condition. So the guy gets back to the car, and the guy was at a gate. I'm like, do you want to make sure he gets in the gate, or do you want to walk, make sure he gets up to the house? He says, no, we're okay. So I couldn't leave just yet because of the traffic. So I pull up just a little where I could get a better view, because the gate wall cut it off. So I could see that the guy was struggling. He's just kind of like figuring out where his keys are, and he's tapping on the screen where the camera and the code is. We watch for a little while, and then I can see he's fumbling with his pants. I'm like, oh no, here we go. So he turns to the corner of the thing, and he starts unzipping, and apparently he can't figure out how to do it without unbuckling and dropping trowel the entirety. I'm like, oh, turn my head watching. I'm like, this is just terrible. His buddy's just cracking up. So I'm like, are you sure you don't need to go get him into the gate? So finally he leaves, and it takes him about 10-15 minutes to get this guy squared away between the wife, the guy, having keys, this box, getting the code in. Finally gets the guy inside, and he can see him stumbling. And he had to be propped up a couple times while they're trying to get the gate open. It was just absolute hilarious watching this thing unfold. So he gets back and he says, hey, I appreciate you waiting like this. I'm going to hook you up. I work at a bar, and I was at a whiskey fest today. So this is Triconal single malt whiskey, Irish whiskey. I don't know anything about whiskey really. Since made in Madeira casks, and it's more of a sipping kind of whiskey. So I'm going to enjoy this at some point. He hooked me up when we got back to his place and dropped him off. Very thankful for that. So it was interesting. So then after that, I get this dude that works for GCI in the marketing department. He's taking a group of people that won a trip during Black History Month. They're going to Washington, D.C. to go some function, museum kind of thing for Black History there. And he was telling me stories about the radio business and whatnot. So pretty cool evening. I've got tips before, but nothing like this, so I'm going to enjoy this. Like, share, comment on my video. If you want to learn how I want to do Uber, I can help get you a referral and some bonus money. If you want to do Lyft, I can get you referral money. I'm going to put a code in down at the bottom. Reach out to me. Have a great day. Earning your dollar bills. Peace out.